Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. So, how to fail the exam. So, I got a little story to tell you. The other day, it's Thursday now. So, Monday, Tuesday, I got a phone call from a prospective student, which happens all the time. And they were like wanting to take my class. So, thank you very much. And they had a lot of questions. They said they had been studying real estate on the internet by using a lot of internet resources to take practice exams and those types of things. I said, oh, that's very good. Excellent. And they said they had already worked in real estate, not as a salesperson, but in an affiliated or somewhat something related to real estate. So anyways, they basically came out and just basically told me that they just wanted to book the 40-hour course and get it over with and do as little as possible to actually pay attention in class. And they explained to me that they had talked to another real estate school that was going to use software to track their attendance. And they didn't want that. They just kind of wanted to basically log in and forget about it and just basically count off the hours. And I said, well, actually, we use software. We use a slightly different software, but we use software to track your attendance. Yes. And he's like, well, do I have to participate in class? And the technical answer is no. You don't have to participate in class. And when I used to teach class in person, I would have people that sit in the back of the room and stare out the window for 40 hours. There's nothing I can do to compel you to teach, to participate in class, to ask questions. I can't make you participate in class. And if you want to stare out the window for 40 hours, I don't think that's a good choice, but I can't stop you from doing that. And the same thing happens on the internet. So when I'm talking to this guy, I'm like, this is a perfect recipe to fail the exam. And I've been thinking about it since then, since I talked to him, and I said, this is not going to work out for this person. Now, maybe it does. Maybe he's just brilliant and he doesn't have to pay attention. Yeah, your average person, you got to pay attention in class. But this guy didn't want to pay attention in class at all. He just wanted to do the absolute bare minimum, and he was studying things on the internet. So, number one, your average person, whatever that means, can pass the exam. Absolutely. If, one, you apply yourself, which means paying attention in class and taking notes. I think that's very important. And if you study, if you apply yourself, and you know what type of student you are, so you probably have an idea of what works for you, I'm guessing. If you apply yourself, your average person, whatever that means, can pass the exam. But I got to tell you, the number one reason people call me after they failed the exam is because they thought it was gonna be easy. That's the number one reason they stroll into the exam center, with their Dunkin', and they're like, let me just pull up a beach chair and take the exam. It's gonna be easy. No, you have to apply yourself. And I felt that this gentleman that called was gonna take I'm not going to apply myself. I'm going to do the absolute bare minimum it takes, and recipe for disaster for sure. So I want to just share this with you because remember, currently, once you finish class, you have to apply for the exam where the state does the criminal background check. And during that time, it takes like a month for the state to complete that task. You have like a good 30 days to study. So don't study things on the internet first. Take the class first. Apply, and then let the state do its thing, and you should study during that interim period, which is about a month, and it's variable. Now, another warning about all this stuff that you can buy on the internet. First off, every real estate school in Massachusetts is provided with a course outline. In fact, you are also provided with it as part of your tuition. It's in the candidate bulletin. So this is universal amongst every real estate school, and we have to sign a form basically saying that we're going to teach to this course outline as part of our school license approval process thingy. So every real estate school is basically on the same program in Massachusetts, and of course, some schools teach it differently. You know, there's variation, of course, that's the spice of life. But we all have to apply this class outline, which we do. So we are specifically teaching class, and I think this is pretty much universal amongst all the real estate schools, I hope so, specifically to get you to pass. That's the goal. Sorry, police car, whatever, sorry about that. Consequently, when you buy something on the internet, it might not be tailored specifically to pass the exam. It might be much broader. Therefore, you might be learning stuff that might be good to know, or might not be good to know, but might also not be on the exam. So my viewpoint is, when you're trying to get your license, let's be laser focused with what's on the exam. There is a boatload of other stuff about real estate to learn eventually, but let's get that license first. So, again, just to wrap this up, be careful of what you buy in the internet, because it might be too broad. You might be learning stuff that you don't need to learn to get the license. 2, pay attention in class. Take notes and study. Apply yourself. If you think you're just going to kind of take the class, and whether you take it in person or whatever method you take it, if you think you're just going to gaze out the window, metaphorically, and then stroll in and take the exam and you're just going to get licensed, I suppose that's possible, but it's not likely. Your average person does have to apply yourself, and that's the way it should be. They shouldn't just give out these things like candy. You should have to work for it, at least to some reasonable level. All right, so that's how to fail the exam. And follow the channel, of course, for how to pass the exam. I'm John F. Gately. You can call me Jack. And I'm from the Online Real Estate Academy and Jack Gately Real Estate. Thanks for watching.